squared on this computer. This one. All right. Which ones do you want to go over?
Um, there's a lot of questions. Let me see. There are 85 questions.
Okay. Yep. Zeros. Write the polynomial as a product of factors. Fourth degree polynomial as zeros. Write the polynomial as a product of factors. Use the
We
calculated.
could start from the top.
Okay. Number one.
Yeah.
Use long division to divide. Let me zoom this a little bit. Okay, so 3x squared plus 7x minus 2 divided by x minus 4. Okay. All right, where's my pen, my pencil? Okay, here we go. All right, so let's do it like this. All right, it's just like back in grade school, like you put the x minus 4 on the front and you put this whole thing under here. 3x squared plus 7x minus 2. All right, they say yeah, long division. Long division like grade when we're back in the day in grade school. All right, so
Okay.
we have the x squared right there. We have the x right there, and we got the constant right there, right?
Mhm.
All right, so how many times does your x minus 4 go into the x squared?
Um, Once, remainder one.
So we're gonna uh now you say once, right? So this
Well,
is
more than one.
so what yeah, and what should I write right here? Let me ask you like that. What should I write right there?
I'm not sure because it would be remainder, right? Because four goes in three one time, remainder one.
4 goes into say it again.
Because four would it's going to be one remainder one because
Um,
four goes into three.
Actually, just look at this right here. That's on the outside. Look at that and look at this right here. Ignore the minus 2 on the end for a second. So ask yourself, how many times does the x minus 4 go into this? Basically, like what I'm asking is like this. Take your 3x2 plus 7x, divide that by x minus 4. It's just x, right? It's just really x. If you multiply x and x minus 4, the answer is what we're going to write down underneath here. I'll show you what I mean. So what's x times x minus 4?
X times x minus four is x squared
X
minus four.
x squared minus 4x,
Okay.
right? It's kind of like if I ask you something like real easy like that. If you got the 5 underneath and you got the 3 there, it'll be 1. And then what's written right here? The product of these two, right?
Uh-huh.
So same idea here. What we write right here is the product of that and that. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now we actually my bad. It's really 3x. We want to write 3x here. So this will be 3x squared minus 12x. We want to eliminate the terms. So
Okay. Um,
three
in the future, let's say I'm solving the same question, but with different numbers.
yeah.
If it's just x squared, I'm not putting a one in front of it because that would be two. So it's just like zero.
Say it again. When you're if say it again.
See how we're like when we're subtracting 3x squared minus x squared, is the x just zero because it would come out to three again?
You're talking about this first term right here?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll cancel out.
Okay. So it's just zero.
Yeah, this one will cancel out. Yeah, that first one will cancel out. Then 7x minus 12x is what's 7 minus 12? 19, right? Plus plus.
Yes.
So this would be 19x. And then what do you do with the minus 2?
Um,
Just bring it down.
mhm.
Okay, so now how many times does 4x go into 19x minus 2?
14x go to, say that again?
How many times does, okay, so we have this on the bottom now, right? 19x minus 2. How many times does this go into this? Or in other words, what should we write up here?
Um, does it have to be exact? There's going to be a remainder, right?
There could be a remainder, yep.
So I'm dividing, right?
You are gonna write, can we write here? We want to eliminate the 19x, right? So
Uh-huh.
if we write minus 19 here, what's going to be underneath here? What's negative 19 times x minus 4? That's what we're going to write underneath. So that'll be minus 19x, right? We're just multiplying like that, right? So minus 19x plus 36 plus 36,
Yes,
right?
19x minus 6,
Um,
negative 25.
what's 19 times 4? Did I do that wrong? 19 yeah, my bad. I did that wrong. 19 times 4 is what? That was 9 times 4.
76.
76. Okay, so plus 76. So those two will cancel out. And then negative 2, what's negative 2 minus 76? That's the remainder right there. Plus negative 78.
Negative 2 minus
76.
76.
So that it's 3x
Negative.
minus 19 r 78. Let me see if I did that right. That'll be 19x plus 76. Okay, 19x plus 76. Actually, no. Let me correct this. Let me make sure my signs are right. Okay, so we want to multiply by the 19. All right, so let's multiply by the positive 19. So this will be positive. So that's 19x, and then minus, 19 times 4 you said was what? 76?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to subtract those two. Those two will cancel. Now, what's minus 2 minus 76? Plus, what is that? That's 74. R 74. Okay. It's just like long division except with algebra.
Okay.
Same idea, right? What we want to do is start eliminating, like first we eliminated the x squared right there. Then we eliminated the x right there. And then we've got a little remainder. 3x plus 19, remainder 74. Okay. All right. Number 2, use a synthetic division to divide. Okay, this is a little bit. All right, so write that one down or take a picture of number 1.
I got it.
All
I'm
right.
writing with you.
Okay. All right, so that's number 1. Number two, you remember synthetic division? You just use the coefficients. Okay, so we got a coefficient of 3, -2, negative 11, and 9 there, right?
Hmm.
So we're going to write that. We're going to write it like this. We are going to write the coefficients there. 3, -2, negative 11, and 9 right here. Okay, so now let me try to remember. The first one, I think we bring it down. Do we bring that first one down? I don't remember. 3, -2, negative 11, 9. And then we're dividing by x minus 2 right here. Okay, so the idea is the same kind of idea. We want to get a number here so that this becomes 0, this becomes 0, this becomes 0. And then like we'll see what's left down here. That's the general idea. All right, so I think that first one okay, so first we put it in decreasing order, right? 3, 2, 1. It's already in decreasing order, right? There's your 1. 3,
Hmm.
2, 1, and this is really x to the 0, right? There's your 0. Okay. Okay, so for this first one, all right, so what we want to do, I think the first one we bring it down if I remember correctly. Use synthetic division to divide. All right, so x minus 2 on the front. All right, so how do we, okay, so this is x to the power of 1, but this is x to the power of 3, right? This one here is the coefficient of the x3, right?
Yes.
All right, so what should we write there?
Um, not sure.
Okay, for
3.
this one, let me just Google an example of the synthetic division because I think there's something something I'm not remembering right here.
Mhm.
Let me Google synthetic division example. Synthetic division example. There's something that I'm forgetting on that first step. Okay, so here we go.
You get to choose what you watch on TV.
Yeah.
You get to choose what you listen to.
Yeah.
You get to choose where you work.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward this. Okay, so
What number?
okay, so they put the coefficients there: 1, -2, -5,
If you
6.
take this factor, x minus 3,
Yep,
and if you set it equal to 0 and solve for x,
that's 3.
you'll see
Okay,
that x is equal to 3.
all right.
That's one of the zeros of the function. At least sometimes it's a 0. Use
Okay,
positive plus
they
3
put the
is
3
1,
there. Okay, okay, yeah.
and then multiply. 3 times 1 is
Okay, so yeah, they bring down that first one. Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, so according to that example, x minus 2, this one right here, just solve that for 0. X minus 2 equals 0, so x equals 2, right? So that's the number we're going to put on the front. All right, so now we're going to bring this first one down. Let me just go back to the
3.
yes. So 3 times
gonna multiply
okay, yeah,
add.
all right. Okay, so this first one we're going to bring down. Let me erase that. Let me go back. Okay, so the first one they bring down, the coefficient on the example is 1 there, -2, 1, -2, -5, 6. The first one they always bring down. Okay, that's what yeah. So this first one we're just going to bring down.
So it's going to be 3 first.
Yeah, so we're just going to bring that one down. So 3. Okay, so now 2 times 3 is 6. We're going to write that there. We're going to add these two. -2 plus 6 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. We're going to write the 8 there. We're going to add -11 plus 8 is -3. 2 times -3 is -6. And we're going to add those two. 9 plus -6 is 3. So there's your coefficients. There's your coefficients. So let's just speed the video up and let's see
and
what they
multiply
got.
add. So the first number is the coefficient for x squared. So we have 1x squared,
Okay, yep.
and then plus
That's the x there, and that's the
1x.
number. Okay, all right, let's go back. All right, so let's write the solution. So this is your x squared coefficient. This is your x coefficient. Sorry, I wrote it in the wrong column. This one will be your x squared coefficient. This will be your x coefficient, and this will just be your number. So the answer would be 4x2 minus 3x plus 3. Get it? This first one you just ignore.
Question.
Yep.
So you see below the -2, where is the 6 from? Is it just like, is it
Oh, good. Where's this 6 from?
yes.
2 times 3, 6.
Oh, okay. And for 8, it's 6 times what?
2 times 4, 8. All right.
Okay, so what's the pattern?
Yeah, exactly. Here's the pattern. I'm gonna do it in red. Do it in red. Okay, that first one we just bring down, right?
Yes.
So the 2 on the front times 3 is this 6 right here.
Okay.
Those two reds together give you this 6.
Mhm.
Then you add them, right? Now, 2 times 4 is this 8. Then you add them, right? -3 times 2 is this 6 right here. Then you add them. Whatever the number on the bottom is here, multiply that by the 2. So 2 times that one, 2 times that one, 2 times that one. 2 times 3 is this 6. 2 times 4 is this 8. 2 times -3 is this -6.
Okay, so 2 times 6, 2 times 3, 6.
Yep.
2 times 6,
2 times 4.
2 times 4. Oh, 2 times the answer
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
is 8.
Yep.
And then 2 times
-3
2 times -3.
would be the -6.
Okay.
Yep. So that's the general rule. This one times this one is this one. This one times this one is this one. This one times this one is this one.
And okay, so you see the 6, 8, -6, where is that from? Because how would you find the answer to that?
Say it again.
Where's the 6, 8, and -6? How do you get those answers?
Where are these numbers coming from?
Yes.
We just talked about it. 2 times 3. 2 times the
Oh,
answer
okay.
is this one. Is that one. 2 times this answer, those two is this one. Those two is this one. But the first one you have to bring down. Bring down this first 3. Then you start.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yep. So you have to start with this first one by just bringing this first one down.
Okay.
Bring down the 3. 2 times 3 is this 6. Add those two. You get 4. 2 times 4 is this 8. Add those two. -3 is the answer. 2 times -3 is this -6. And that's it. So there's your answer, right? Here's your answer. Here's your final. All right. So good on 2.
Yes.
All right. 3. Use synthetic division and the remainder theorem to evaluate the following. Okay. All right. Okay. So it says find P4, right? So what are we going to do? How are we going to do this one?
Find P4. Do we multiply 4 or distribute 4 to the rest of the?
Not distribute 4, but we're going to plug 4 in to find the 0, P of 4. So that's going to be 4 to the power of 4 plus 6 times 4 to the 3.
4 is 6. I mean, 4 is 8.
Say it again. What do you mean?
4 is the x.
Yeah, just plug in wherever you see X here, just plug in 4 there.
Okay.
Yep. So P of 4 is 4 to the power of 4 plus 6 times 4 to the power of 3 minus 32 to the 32 times 4 squared minus 28 times 4 plus 6. What does that work out to be?
1 second. I'm writing.
4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is what? 16 times 16 is 256.
Mm-hmm.
What's 4 times 4 times 4? 64. 64 times 6 is what? 384. And 16 times 32 is 512. Minus 28 times 4. 28 times 4 is 112 plus 6. Are you with me on that?
Yes.
All right, so 256 plus 384 minus 512 minus 112 plus 6 is 22. Would you just double check that for me?
I'm going through with my calculator.
All right.
And for the 6 times 4 cubed,
Yeah.
isn't that 13,824?
How'd you get that?
I multiplied 6 and 4, and then the answer
No.
was cubed.
No, you gotta do the cube. You gotta do this part first.
Oh, okay.
Remember your order of operations? Exponent comes first
Oh, yes.
before multiplication. So remember, 6 bracket 4 to the 3 does not equal 24 to the power of 3.
Okay, because I
Right?
got a huge answer. It didn't seem
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's too high. It equals though 6 times 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Which is 384. 16 times 4 is 64 times 6 is 384. Yep. All right. Okay, so 256 would be 16 times 16. 16 times 16 is 256. Yeah, we just double checked the 384. 32 times 16. 32 times 16 is 512. Yep. 28 times 4. 28 times 4 is 112. Yep. And then 6. Okay, so P of 4 is 22. So that's the number we put on the front.
Okay.
That's the number, like the question we just did, that's the number we put on the front. 22. Use synthetic division and the remainder theorem to evaluate the following. All right, so coefficients in decreasing order are 1, 6, negative 32, negative 28, and 6. Okay, so bring down the 1. All right, bring down the 1. Okay, what number is going to go right here?
That's going to be 22.
Good. All right, so we add them. That's 28. What's the next number? Right here.
22 times 28.
Yeah.
616.
616, yeah. 616. Something doesn't seem right. Hold on, let me check. Let me think about this. So use synthetic division and the remainder theorem to evaluate the following. Okay. All right. Actually, 22 does not go on the front. What we have to do is find the 0 of that. How can we find the 0 of this equation? How can we find the 0 of this?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Do we just add like terms?
uh,
But there's no like terms.
yeah, there's no like terms. Yeah, there's no like terms. Okay. Well, okay, here's how we can find 0, the 0 of that equation. And then we'll do the synthetic division. Okay, so we skip one step. All right, so look at this right here. If x is 0, that'll go to 0, that'll go to 0, that'll go to 0, that'll go to 0, right? So P of 0 would be just 6, right? That's the only thing that's left over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now if we go So P of 0 is 6. What we were trying to find is when P of X equals 0. When would this whole thing equal 0? When would that whole thing equal 0? That's what we want to find. And then that's the number we put on the front.
So you just cancel out everything?
Not cancel out everything, but we let this whole thing equal 0. So x4 plus 6x3 minus 32x2 minus 28x plus 6 equals 0. We have to solve this for 0. Okay, so how can we solve this for 0? If we factor these two and these two and move 6 to the other side, if we move 6 to the other side, it's negative 6 there. Can we factor the first two and the second two? What's the biggest factor out of these two? If we take out
The biggest
yeah, the biggest,
factor?
yeah, the largest, what do they call it? Greatest common factor. X3, if we take out an X3, what do we have? We have X plus 6. Yep. And what's the GCF out of those two? Greatest common factor. What can we take out? If we take out a 8 can go, no. If we take out a 16, what's the biggest number that goes into 32 and 28? 4? Yeah. Take out
Yeah,
a
4.
take out a 4x. What's on the inside? 8x minus 7 minus 32 plus. Does that work? Minus 32x squared, yep, minus 28x. Yes, okay. So that equals negative 6. Okay, so now that's as far as we can go though.
Do I distribute the 4x into the numbers in the parentheses?
If you do that, you'll just come back to this.
Oh,
All right, okay, so let me think about this one. This one we have to find the 0 first. Then once we find the 0, that's the number that goes here. Then we can like start the synthetic division. P of 0 is 6. So P of, if X is 0, okay, so if P of 0 is 6, that means that P, okay, so P, let me think about this. P 0 equals 6. So that means that P of negative 6 would be 0. Is that right? If we plug in negative 6 there. All right, let me think about that one. Let me think about that. We'll come back to that one.
okay.
I just need to think about how we can find the 0 quickly. Let's go into number 4 for the meantime. Tomorrow maybe we'll come back to 3. Later today or tomorrow we'll come back to 3.
Okay.
Let's go into 4 for time. Find the third degree polynomial with. Do you know how to do this one?
Yes.
All right, they're giving you the zeros already, so just write the equation. So it's going to be the opposite of that sign. So the first one, right? So x plus 2, x plus 0, and the last one is what?
3.
X minus 3. X minus 3, right? Now
Y
this,
minus. Oh, because opposite is
yeah,
opposite.
it's the opposite sign, right? So
And Y 0. Oh, we
Um,
can't have negative 0.
yeah, we're just gonna simplify that one to just the x, right?
hmm
So now just multiply this all out, and there's your polynomial. Okay, so we can write that equals like that equals like that. So just distribute say distribute this one, the second and the third first. We'll leave the first one for the time being. What's on the inside of those two? Distribute those.
Mm,
X times X is,
x squared
and then what's the second term? Minus
minus 3.
minus 3x, right?
Uh-huh.
Now distribute those two, or FOIL it.
Wait, why x? Why is there, wouldn't it just be x squared minus 3? Because the x squared is already the two x's, right?
Well, remember, the x times x will be first. This one will be first, and then this one will be second,
Oh, okay.
right? Okay, so now what's when you FOIL these two, what do you get? Or when you distribute these two, what do you get? So basically what I'm asking is x2 is like one bracket, x plus 2 is one bracket, and x squared minus 3x is the second bracket. What's this now? That's first, that's second, that's third, and that's fourth. What's the first one? X times x squared? How much?
I have to solve. Hold on.
All right, so let me go back here. So this is your first one, right? X times x squared is what?
X cubed.
X3, yep, exactly. That's the first one. Second one, x times 3x. How much?
X squared. 3x squared.
3x squared, yep. That's the second one. Now here's the third one. This one times this one. What's that one? Plus 2x squared.
Just 2x.
2x squared, plus 2x squared, and then the last one, this one and this one. What is it?
6 squared.
6x minus 6x.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Now collect your like terms, right? Let's check that. X cubed minus 3x squared. I forgot the x squared here. X3 minus 3x squared plus 2x squared minus 6x. Okay, so now just clean up these middle terms. Here's your like terms. Clean up that right there. What is that? X3. What's minus 3 plus 2?
Minus 3 plus 2.
You lose $3, but you gain $2. What's the net change?
-1.
Minus x squared minus 6x. There you go. So it's basically just multiply the whole thing out. Write your zeros, which is that line, and then just multiply multiply each of the terms out. All right. 4 and 5 are similar. 5 is they're giving you the answer and asking you to work backwards. 4, they're giving you the answers and asking you to find the formula. Or the polynomial, I mean. All right, are we good on 4?
Yes.
All right, says find all the zeros for 5. All right, 5. All right, so what is it? How are we gonna do 5? When they say find all the zeros, how do we do that? Just let this equal 0.
Do we find a common
What?
common factor, common denominator? I'm not sure.
Let's see here. Okay, so when it says find all the zeros, just let that equal 0, and then we'll solve it for x. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. All right, so can we factor, what's the common factor out of these two that we can take out?
Out of what?
Out of the first two, x to the power of 3 minus 2x squared. What's the GCF, greatest common factor?
X.
X2. What's on the inside of the brackets?
What do you mean x2? Because the other one is just x, right? I'm not sure. I'm
We're
confused.
factoring these two first. Then we're going to factor these two second. So we're going to factor that first and factor that second.
Okay.
So what's the greatest common factor out of this term and this term? The greatest common factor.
2.
X2.
Oh, okay. x2.
Now, what's on the inside of the brackets? X minus 2. If we were to distribute this, we'd be back at this right here. All right, so that's the idea. We're just taking out the greatest common factor. Now, out of these two, what's the greatest common factor? What are you going to take out? Three. What's on the inside? X
X.
minus 2. If you distribute the 3, you'd be back at this. All right. So now we just match up the matching brackets. So the next bracket would be x squared. See how this bracket and this bracket match? So put the x squared and the 3 together. X squared minus 3 is one bracket. And then the second bracket is the x minus 2 equals 0.
Okay.
Now for that to be 0, the two brackets have to be 0. So either x squared minus 3 equals 0 or x minus 2 equals 0. So from this one, you'll get x equals 2. And then the other one, you'll get x squared equals 3. Then take the root of both sides. X equals plus minus root 3. So there's your it's 3 zeros, right? It's 3 zeros. So since it's the power, 3 is the highest power, so you have to have 3 zeros. One of them is root 3, one of them is negative root 3, and the other one is 2. Okay, x equals that, x equals that, x equals that. There's your zeros. Okay. So on these types of questions, when it says find all zeros, just equate the equation to 0 and then solve for x. All we did was equate the equation to 0 and then we solve for x. Okay. Good on that one?
Yes.
All right, 6, write the polynomial as a product of factors. As a product of factors. Okay. All right, so let me erase this one. Write the polynomial as a product of factors. Okay, so similar idea. We're going to find the zeros. Write the polynomial as a product of factors. And then... Oh, no. It's kind of like... It's related to the question we just did. All we're going to do is rewrite this and equate it to 0. Minus 45 equals 0. Okay. How can we solve this for x?
We could do the x to the 4th.
Yeah.
And then in parentheses we could have x minus 4.
X minus 4? No. What's the GCF out of those two? Greatest common factor out of those two? It's not x4, but it's x
2.
x2. Yeah, x2. Okay, so we're going to take out the x2. What's on the inside of the parentheses?
X minus 2.
X squared minus 4.
Okay.
If you were to distribute this, we'd be back at the original. X squared times x squared is x4. X squared times -4 is -4x squared. All right, so now minus 45 is 0. So now all we're going to do is move the 45 to the other side. So we're going to add 45 to both sides. So the left side will just be the same, x2 minus 4. Now what? Now what do we do?
Do you distribute the x2 into the,
If we do that,
or
we'll
do you
we'll
cancel?
just be, yeah. If we distribute, we'll just be back at the rectangle.
Do you cancel out the x2?
We don't cancel out the x2, but we. What do you notice about this right here? It's a difference of perfect squares, right? Can we break that down further?
Yes.
Okay, so what does that bracket? What does that parentheses break into?
Just 2.
X plus 2, x minus 2. X
Yes.
plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, so all right, so now, okay, write the polynomial as a product of factors. Yeah, that's the final answer right there. It's a product of factors. Here's a factor. Here's a factor. Actually, let me think about that. Write the polynomial as a product of factors. Okay, so what are the 4 factors? What's the factor here? What's the factor here? What's the factor here? Basically solve that for
Is it 2
this one is,
positive 2?
yeah, this one is +2, this one's -2, and this one is 0 twice. That one is 0 twice. So those are your 4 factors right there, or your 4 zeros. 0, 0, -2, +2. So now it says write the polynomial as a product of factors. Write the polynomial as a product of factors. Yeah, you could just leave it like this.
Okay.
Yeah, because 6 and 7 are related. Find the 4th degree polynomial with 1, 4, -3, and 2 as zeros. All right, what are the brackets? What are the 4 brackets?
4 brackets would be x minus 1.
Yep. X
Um,
minus 4. What are these two?
X plus 3.
And x plus no, x minus 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're just going to multiply the whole thing out. So multiply these two together and then multiply these two together. You get it? So this one times this one, this one times this one, this one times this one, and then this one times this one. What's this first one multiplied out?
So x squared.
X squared, yeah. Minus 4x. What's next? What's the third one? -1 times x?
-1 times x.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. It would just be -1x.
Yeah, -x, yeah. And then -1 times -4, how much? -1 times -4
Positive 4.
+4. Okay, see this middle term right here? Those are like terms. Clean that up. So it's x squared. What's -4 minus 1? You lose $4, then you lose $1. What's the net change?
3.
Nope. Minus 5. Minus 5x plus 4. Okay, so that's the first one, right? That's
Mhm.
the first two. Now do the same thing on the second two. Do the same thing on these two. This one times this one first. This one times this one second. This one times this one third. This one times this one fourth. What do we have? X times x is how much?
1 second, I'm solving. And x2 minus x, 2x plus 3x
Yep.
plus -6.
Plus negative 6 is the same thing as minus 6. Negative 6, right? All right, now clean up that middle term. Simplify those two middle terms. What's -2 plus 3?
-1. Positive 1.
Positive 1, right? All right, so clean up this middle term, x squared plus x minus 6. All right, so we got this bracket and we got this bracket, right?
Mhm.
Now multiply those two brackets together.
Oh,
Yep, x squared minus 5x plus 4. That was the first two together, right? That was these two together, right? And now we're going to multiply by these two together, which is the second two. X squared plus x minus 6. Okay, multiply it out. X squared times x. Okay, so this is the order, right? This one times this one first, second, third. Give me those first three terms. X times x squared times x squared, how much?
x times x squared. You said x times x squared?
X squared times x squared.
X 4.
Yeah, x4, yeah. Now x squared times positive x. How much?
X squared times positive x. X
X3, yeah. Now x squared times 6.
6x.
Minus 6x squared.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that was the first three, right?
Uh-huh.
Second three. This one times this one. This one times this one. This one times this one. Give me the next three.
-5 plus
-5.
-5 squared.
X3. X3. Right? It's 5x times x squared.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's 5x3. All right, give me the next one.
It's 6. Oh, no. 5.
Minus 5x3.
Next one is
negative
5
5.
squared.
Yes, minus 5x squared. That's the middle one, right? Now the last one. -5x times -6. How much?
30x.
Plus 30x. Okay, so now three more. Let me double check those three. Minus 5x3, yep. Minus 5x squared, yep. Plus 30x, yeah. Okay, now the last three I'm going to do in green. This one times this one. This one times this one. This one times this one. Give me the last three.
4x squared.
Yep. Middle one.
4x.
Plus 4x, and last one.
-20.
24. Yep. Okay, now we collect our like terms. X4 is the only X4, right? Let me do this in a different color. X3 there, X3 there. That's it, right? Now X2 there, X2 there, x2 there, and now just the x's in, say, orange. X there, x there. Now, collect those like terms. X, okay, let's do the x3. What is this one? Let me go back to black. What is this one? This one. What's x3 minus 5x3? X3 minus 5x3. How much is that? 1 minus 5.
4.
Minus 4. 4x3. Okay, so the x3s are done. That one's done. That one's done. Now give me the x squares. This one, and this one. How much? Minus 6x2 minus 5x2 plus.
Oh, never mind. There's a 5.
2. How much?
5.
This will be plus negative, so that'll be negative 11 plus 4 will be negative 7. Negative 7x2. Right? 6 minus 5 plus 4 is the same thing as negative 6 plus negative 5, which is negative 11, plus 4, which is negative 7. So that's how we're getting this negative 7 right here. All right, now we're almost done. Okay, so let's erase that. And then one or two more. So we did the x squares. Now the x's. This one right here. Actually, let me erase this. Erase that, erase that, erase that. Okay, so what's left over? This one right here, the x, that x, and this one. What's positive 30x plus 4x?
34x.
Plus 34x, and then stick the number on the end. Minus 24. Minus 24. There you go. Final answer. That one is just a bunch of multiplication. It's a lot of what do they call it? Distributive law and collect like terms. Distributive law and collect like terms. X4. Okay, so let's double check that. X4 is X4. X3 and this one. 1 minus 5 is the negative 4 right there. Okay, we're good there. So this one's done and this one's done. X squared is this one, x squared is this one, and x squared is this one. Negative 6 minus 5 plus 4 is negative 7, which is this negative 7. So that one's done, that one's done, and that one's done. What's left over is the 30x plus 4x, which is this 34x. That one's done, that one's done. So all you have left is the minus 24, which is this minus 24. Yep.
Yes.
All right, make sense?
Yes.
All right, so that one you just gotta just keep track of all the like terms. Are you good on 6 and 7?
Mm-hmm.
Can I erase it?
Yes.
All right. All right, 6 and 7, we're good. All right, write the polynomial as a product of factor. Okay, this one was just like 6. Actually, is it the same question as 6? Oh no. All right, so let's try 8. All right, so write the polynomial as a product of factors. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is just equate this to 0. Equals 0. Okay, how are we going to solve this for x? What's the GCF out of those two?
2.
x2. So what's on the inside?
Minus x minus 2.
X2 minus 2. Yep. Okay, good. Minus 15 equals 0. Okay, so it says write the polynomial as a product of factors. Okay, so we cannot break this one down. We can't break that one down. We can't break this bracket down. It's not a difference of perfect squares. X4 minus 2x. Yeah, we can't break that down any further. Okay, so that's it. That's it. There's your factors right there. So that's the final answer right there. All right, that's 8. 9, use a calculator to evaluate the function at the indicated values of x around answers to 3 decimals. Okay. All right, so let's go on to 9. Where is my eraser? Clear all drawings. Okay. All right, how many questions are there? How many questions are there? Oh, 40 something, 50 something,
80 something.
80 something. Okay. You want
Tomorrow is my review day, and I'll get majority of them done so that when I am with you tomorrow, there's not so much.
Okay, do you want to do any specific question right now, or you just want to go continue on this last, what is it,
Just
8?
in order.
Okay.
I know we don't have much
All right.
time, but I'll do majority tomorrow
Okay, let's
because
finish
I'm
9.
past school.
All right. All right. Oh, you guys are doing them in class together?
Yes, as a
Okay.
review.
Oh, got you. All right. 9. Use a calculator to evaluate the function at the indicated values of x, round to 3 decimals. Okay, so all right, this one just plug it in basically. All right, so we know that f of x equals 3 to the x. So all we're gonna do, so f of negative 2.3 would be the same thing as 3 to the negative 2.3. And that you got to do on the calculator. Do you have a button on your calculator that looks like x to the y or y to the x? Do you have a button that looks like that or that?
I'm looking.
It's one of those. Same thing.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's do it together then. Let's do it on Google Calculator. All right, so 3 raised to the negative 2.3. All we're doing is taking this number right here and plugging it in right here. All we're going to do is take this number right here and plug it in where the x is. And then same thing with c. All right, let's go to Google.
That's a long decimal. 0.0799.
You mean for a?
Say that again?
You're doing a?
Yes. Wait, no.
What
Yes,
was it?
that's A.
What's rounded to 3 decimals? What's the 3 decimals?
0.07. Actually, you said rounded to 3 decimals.
Yeah. Yep.
It'll be 0.080.
0.080.
Yes.
All right, let's check it on Google Calculator. Google Calculator. Scientific calculator. See this button right here? X to the Y.
Yes.
We are gonna type in. We're gonna type in 3 first, then press that button, and then type in negative 2.3. 2.3 negative. I missed the negative one. My bad. Okay, so 3. Then you press the X or the Y button. Then you type in negative 2.3 equals 3 decimals. Yes, you're right. Yeah, you're right. 0.080. Yep, you're good on that one. 0.80. Yeah. Okay, good. Second one. Let's do this one. So this one will be f to the 0.6 equals 3 to the 0.6. What's that one? 3 decimals.
Um, 1.93.
One more decimal. 1.93 what?
3.
Not 1.933.
Mhm.
All right, let's check that one. Pull up Google Calculator 3, then you press that button and you type in 0.6. 1.9. Yes, you're good on that one. Yep, good. All right, last one. All right, what is this number as a what's negative 3.2 as a decimal? Sorry, 3/2 as a decimal. What's that the same as? What number is this the same as? F of negative what?
F of negative 6/4.
Would
Oh,
yeah,
decimal.
yeah, negative 1.5, right? So this is the same thing as 3 to the negative 1.5. What is that to 3 decimals?
Um, 0.192.
192. All right, let's check that one. 3 to the negative 1.5. 3 to the negative 1.5 equals. Yeah, you're good. Yep, yep, that's right. Yes, good. All right, that one's just like substitution. Those three are kind of like substitution. All right. All right, so okay, we did the first 9. Let me think about which one do we skip? We skipped which one do we skip? Oh yeah, 3. Let me think about 3 tonight and tomorrow during the day. I could show you 3 to, or if you guys do it in class, let me know.
Okay.
I'll just study it tomorrow.
I'll highlight it so I could ask.
Okay. We did the first 9. Let me erase. Okay, so there's 80 questions. You guys think you're going to do all 80 tomorrow or all 70?
Probably. And then after I'll do the rest, I guess.
Maybe pick up maybe like 10 or so if you want you to meet me tomorrow, and then
Okay.
we go over those 10 that you need extra help with.
I'll do that.
Tomorrow I can't meet at 6:30. I can meet at 7 tomorrow. Does that work?
Yeah, 7's fine.
All right, I'm gonna email you the link for 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay.
And then the ones that you guys don't do in class tomorrow, me and you will do tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. See you.
Bye-bye.